Hi there guys, welcome back to another Baggins International video. And today Baggins is carrying out another one of his famous road tests. Having stayed over here at Leopold, he's jumped into the debauchery Rapid GT, which is a nice little hire car. And we're actually going to be road testing the Schafter Benefactor, or the Benefactor Schafter. And that's been dropped off in the sort of uptown district of Santos, so a little bit of a drive around there to pick up the car, and then various sort of road test activities to follow. So here we are. We'll just pull up here on the right hand side, and I think we're going to go for a parallel park here. So there's the first glance at the car in question. It's a rather stunning saloon vehicle, akin to the Mercedes S-Class, I would say. Anyway, so we'll just pop the roof up so nobody ferrets around in the glove box and removes any bits and pieces from the Rapid GT, and we'll hop out and have a look round the Schafter. So this is the sort of full profile view. As you can see, it is very I guess very much based on the S-Class Mercedes. And I've kitted this one out in a very attractive dark blue, and I've tried to keep the AMG styled wheels, again trying to keep it as sort of, I guess, what's the word? I guess trying to keep it as original as possible, yet having tweaked it to a certain extent. So yeah, the Benefactor Schafter. I'll hop in, I'll have a look in the inside and see what it's like, and we'll go for a bit of a drive. So this is a dark blue sort of pearlescent finish with, I've gone for a black or a sort of carbon-esque roof there, which matches in with the sort of chrome-rimmed, black-centered AMG wheels, and some sort of nice chrome-tipped exhaust. So I guess the first question is, how does it drive? And I can say it drives incredibly well. We're just taking it up here to its sort of natural home ground, which would be the golf course, and there's been some sort of contretemps there between that R8 driver and the Dominator. So we'll pull into the golf club, and as you can see, it's very much at home here. Spacious boot, plenty of room to get your golf kit and trolley, golf shoes, etc. in there, and very comfortably driving round. You know, you don't look out of place. I'm sure the the golf club would welcome a car of this stature parked in its car park. Now the other area that sort of premium sedan tends to find itself in, or premium saloon if you're in the UK, is in traffic. So here's a little bit of a test. So we're sat in traffic listening to non-stop pop, pretty mandatory there, and having a look round. It's quite comfortable, not too loud, quite comfortable interior, sort of leather finish, two-tone rear bench. Obviously electric windows on all sides. Interesting to see that the passenger side has full electric window control for passenger, front, driver and rear. Anyway, we pulled away, a bit of sharpish, see how we got on versus that Comet, and as you can see, really does pull well. Very pleasing to drive, and left them for dead. So so that's the golf club and the traffic test completed. The next test of a large German saloon is out on the motorway, or, you know, as they would say, the Autobahn. And we're pulling down onto the freeway here. We are a little bit stuck behind this sort of Range Rover affair. Possibly a baller, although probably get corrected at some point on that front. And we'll pull down again. You know, really lovely car to look at, great to drive, and it does sound excellent when it's going along. So here we are, we're on the Autobahn. I'm driving it in a typically Mercedes fashion, relatively reckless. Don't really care about the road users, and I'll use whatever part of the road that I want at any one time in order to facilitate my journey from A to B, at the detriment of others around me. And you know, really, this is absolutely fantastic for this sort of job. You know, if you want to get from A to B, you know, you've got to get to your high-powered bank manager's job, say, you know, 20-30 miles away from your sort of country pad. Then something along these lines is really you know, just what you need, and a great sort of status symbol. Anyway, I pulled over to the side of the road here just to give you a quick view on the inside, and again, it's really quite nice, soft leather, lovely manual or semi-automatic gear shift there, chrome door handles. I've got the chrome tailpipes there, and just an absolutely lovely colour. This deep blue is really quite spectacular. Got the custom grille on the front there. Oh, just be very careful with that Sand King. It was nearly a bit of a situation there. And you know, you can fit all of your guns and everything in there. So had the Sand King clipped the door, then the grenade launcher could have been extracted and utilised. So pull away from the sort of hard shoulder, I guess you would call it. Now we'll take it down these slightly more country roads. Now this is not the normal territory of an S-Class, so perhaps we'll pull over and stop for the night. We'll find a motel somewhere. So we've clipped over to night time, nip back down to the city, which is sort of normal proving ground, and trying to sort of find some city streets with limited traffic and just have a bit of a drive around. As you can see, again, really lovely handling, really pleasing sort of exhaust sound, lovely engine. And it really does look just at home in the sort of financial districts down in Los Santos there. And I would certainly recommend this car. You know, if you are going to be wanting a four-door car for any sort of crew-based activities or any missions, anything like that, then I can strongly recommend the Schafter. It really is excellent. For that sort of thing, and obviously people can sort of sit in the back and shoot out of the windows, and it really is rather pleasing. And yeah, so we're just sort of pottering around in the city at night, and it's, you know, it's a sort of car where you could easily pick up some birds as well. You know, you've got plenty of room in the back, and yeah, multi-purpose vehicle. Not ideal off-road, but on the streets, excellent, and it's not bad for racing either. The handling and the braking is really rather good. So we'll switch back now. We've woken up and back outside the motel, and we're doing a little bit of a comparison now because we've very handily had one of the Ubermacht Oracles dropped off, which I would say is its class competition. And you know, if you're going to buy one or the other, you know, you're looking for an executive saloon, these are the two you probably choose from. And as such, I thought it would be a good idea to have a little bit of a comparative look at the profiles, and we'll go out and have a little bit of a drive. So the Ubermacht is much more twitchier under braking. Twitchier? Is that a word? It's much more twitchy under braking. It sort of snatches at the braking quite a lot, and it is a little bit more tricky to hold around the corners. As you can see, I have had just a little bit of an off there. Now I'm rather hoping that the people that have dropped the car off for us to test won't notice just a sort of snag or a little surface scratch there. Probably will buff out with a bit of turtle wax or possibly some Maguires, something like that. I'm sure it'll bring it up nicely. Anyway, I think we've proven that of the two cars, you're much safer in the Schafter. It's probably not going to kill you or throw you off the road as easily as the Ubermacht, and as such, we'll just drop that back off there, and they can pick that up and deal with it as they like. So back in the Benefactor Schafter, and we'll pull away and we'll head back down to town. So there is very interesting because I've found a cloaked limousine. I can only assume that Q from Bond has been around there, and I'm terribly sorry to him because I have rather dinged the back of that limo. And incredibly, the Benefactor comes off relatively unscathed. It is rather robust, which is nice. And again, here we are. Look, see, just pulled up against another Ubermacht there. Anyway, so we're coming to the end of our day with the Benefactor Schafter, and I hope you've enjoyed this review. Very informative, I trust. Check back for more Baggins International videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.